You got mics anywhere? Whoever's ready. Brian. I think they're on.
For Mason to start off, what do you guys learn playing without Zach today, and how can this kind of help you down the line?
I mean, we preach next man up all the time. So if anybody gets injured, sick, COVID from a couple years ago, we just kind of learned that it's next man up. You got to be able to do your job, understand what the team needs from you to help get a win, and then moving forward, you know, anybody is susceptible to foul trouble. So I mean, if that happens, then you just keep moving on.
Braden, did you have to play a little bit differently without Zach?
Yeah, it's a little different not throwing it up there, but I mean, Trey did his thing in the post, so just kind of give him the ball and let him do his thing. So.
Hey Trey, you redshirted last year. All-American sitting on the bench, redshirting. What was it like for you to get out there this year, play meaningful minutes, and really just kind of really go at it? And it's just been great to watch you this year.
What was the question?
Redshirting, you know, getting a lot of action.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it just feels good to just play basketball again. Obviously, when you're on a really good team, that helps too, because you're winning a lot of games. So it's been fun.
For anyone who wants it, how long did you guys have to adjust to no Zach Edey, and then what was your focus, especially in the defensive end early?
So we kind of knew this morning, so it was kind of a short notice. But kind of to piggyback on what Mace said, I mean, it's next man up. I mean, whether that's me out, that's Zach out, that's anybody out. I mean, whoever's that next guy up has to come ready to play.
Mason, can you kind of elaborate on your back injury and just the frustrations? And then obviously you didn't get a lot of minutes against Davidson. Tonight you're back in the starting lineup and, you know, diving on the floor, look like you're back to 100%.
Yeah, you know, I feel great. There's definitely ups and downs. If anybody has back problems, you understand. It's not fun to deal with, especially whenever there's complications with it and things are great one day and then 2 days later I can barely walk. So just dealing with that, working with our trainers, prehab, rehab, trying to take care of myself as much as I can. It gets exhausting, but I have to do it to be able to play, and so I'm fine with that. But I feel great on the court. You know, I'm going to continue to take charges, dive on the floor, everything that makes me who I am, the player I am, the team we are. So, yeah, back's all good.
Mason, I know what you did tonight, diving on the floor and all that, but having to catch you yesterday at practice when you dunked over Caleb, I mean, that seemed like a sign that you were okay at that point.
Yeah, it's happened a couple times in the past year, not just on Caleb, but yeah, I'm good.
Trey, just how much has your footwork improved down low on the block?
That wasn't a travel.
Correct. But how much have you worked on it, and how much has your footwork improved down there on the block?
I don't know how much it's improved. I think it's kind of always something that since I've grown up, I've played big man for most of my life. And so I don't know, it's kind of just natural. I don't know if there's really, you know, just getting the opportunity to work on it in practice, whereas last year I didn't really get that as much. Get to play in games, see what works, so.
Trey, just having that extended stretch there where obviously no Zach, Caleb's in foul trouble, just you were kind of the go-to guy of the offense, it felt like. Just being able to play yourself into a rhythm, just, I guess, how important was that for you tonight?
Yeah, like you said, yeah, when you're, especially when Z's gone, you kind of get more low post touches. There is kind of a rhythm that you get to the game, feel of the game. And, you know, like I said, we work on it every day, so I kind of just do the same thing I do every other day.
For Braden, just the same thing I asked Mason right off the bat here. Just what did you guys take from having to play without Zach and kind of have to figure some things out a little bit?
I mean, it's definitely a huge adjustment. Being able to not throw it to the best player in college basketball. So I mean, that's kind of tough. But I mean, we're gonna figure it out either way. We're gonna knock down shots. We're gonna do our thing, no matter what, if he's there or if he's not. So just being able to kind of maneuver around that and figure that out.
Sam, last one.
This is kind of a general question. Since Trey was the leading scorer tonight, I'll ask him. In high school in AAU, you're always the go-to guys. You get here, clearly Zach is the go-to guy. How has everybody kind of bought into that role of, one night I might have 24, one I might have 2 points, and then it seems like it's 7, 8 deep with that kind of mentality.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think everybody on the team wants to win. So we know when we throw the ball to Zach, he scores pretty much every time. So I think when you see that, again, every day in practice, and you see what he does in games, it's just kind of an easy decision at that point. So obviously, Coach Payne's done a great job of recruiting people who want to win and are competitive. So that's what you get.
Anything else?
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.